Ronald William Howard was born on March 1st, 1954 in Duncan, Oklahoma, into a family that blended creativity and discipline. His parents, actor Rance Howard and actress Jean Spiegel, immersed him in show business before he could fully understand the world. By 18 months he appeared in Frontier Woman, unknowingly beginning a lifelong journey in film. The family moved to California in the late 1950s, and Ron's childhood shifted from ordinary moments to a routine of scripts, tutoring, and rehearsals. It was a life he would later call a golden cage, safe yet isolating, defined by expectations he did not choose. Becoming Opie Taylor, everything changed on October 3rd, 1960, when The Andy Griffith Show premiered. At just 6 years old, Ron became Opie Taylor, embodying innocence for a nation. Behind the gentle smile and earnest performance, the pressures were immense. While other children played outdoors, Ron studied in a tiny room near Stage 40 at Dailu Studios, learning from his father to act honestly rather than cutely. The responsibility of being adored by millions came with emotional costs. He carried the weight of a public image while rarely feeling like himself, planting seeds of anxiety and self-awareness that would follow him throughout his adolescence and early adulthood. Childhood strains and hidden anxiety. Even as Opie, Ron faced challenges unseen by viewers. School was split between Burbank classrooms and rushed tutoring near film sets. During The Music Man in 1962, an 8-year-old Ron whispered to Shirley Jones that he feared failing a dance routine. Clever camera work masked his anxiety from the audience, but the experience left a lasting mark. He learned early that performance required perfection, while personal needs were secondary. Childhood success was public, but personal struggle remained private. These years instilled a pattern. Say yes, work hard, and hide vulnerability. Lessons that shaped his approach to both life and career in ways he would only later confront. Transition to teen stardom. After The Andy Griffith Show ended in April 1968, Ron stepped into adolescence under public scrutiny. In 1974, Happy Days cast him as Richie Cunningham, cementing his second defining role. While millions adored him, Ron felt trapped within a character unchanging in a world that was rapidly evolving. The fame was thrilling but isolating. He experienced a growing need to assert his own identity beyond the screen. By his early 20s, the desire to break free became urgent. The child actor, who had lived under constant supervision, now needed autonomy, and directing would eventually provide a path out of the cage built during his formative years. Finding freedom in directing. At 23, Ron Howard sought liberation from acting through directing. His first significant opportunity came with Roger Corman's Grand Theft Auto, which marked the beginning of a prolific behind-the-camera career. Subsequent projects, including Night Shift, Splash, Cocoon, Willow, and Parenthood, allowed him to shape stories on his own terms. The transition was not without pressure. Directing demanded more than acting ever had. He embraced it as a chance to redefine himself, moving from a child shaped by others' expectations to an artist commanding his own creative voice. Directing became both escape and identity, offering challenges that mirrored but did not replicate his early experiences. The demands of epic filmmaking. Ron's work reached new extremes with Apollo 13 in 1995, a film that pushed him physically and emotionally. After 612 zero-gravity sequences and 18-hour workdays for 90 consecutive days, he collapsed on set. The intensity underscored a recurring pattern. Ron gave his all to projects while personal life waited. The exhaustion was not only physical, but deeply emotional, reflecting decades of learned resilience and self-sacrifice. Behind his calm demeanor, the pressures of perfection and responsibility left lasting impressions. Even success carried its own burden, proving that achievement could not replace the private struggles he had carried since childhood. Family sacrifices, perhaps the heaviest weight, came from his family life. In 1991, while filming Far and Away in Ireland for 6 months, Ron left his wife Cheryl to raise their newborn twins, Jocelyn and Bryce, alone. Upon returning, he realized his children barely recognized him, a moment he later admitted broke something inside him. Despite trying to avoid repeating such absences, the pattern recurred during Cinderella Man in 2005. These experiences forced Ron to confront a childhood belief that he always had to say yes and prove his worth. The tension between professional dedication and parental presence became a central struggle of his adult life, parenting and regret. By the 50th anniversary of his marriage in 2025, Ron openly acknowledged the personal cost of his career. Though he accumulated accolades, he wished he could trade every award for lost moments with his children. The gap between professional triumph and personal fulfillment became increasingly clear. Success in Hollywood had never fully aligned with the life he desired for his family. For a man defined by discipline and perseverance, the realization was painful. His regrets were not public scandals, but quiet, persistent echoes of missed birthdays, absent weekends, and fleeting memories. A reminder that even a celebrated career cannot replace presence and connection. Brotherhood and shared history. Ron's younger brother Clint shared the rare experience of growing up inside Hollywood. Their bond is forged through mutual understanding of pressures invisible to outsiders. Yet Clint faced his own battles, including addiction, and now a serious, life-altering illness. Ron's voice trembles when he discusses it, a reminder that even his legacy cannot solve every challenge. For someone accustomed to fixing problems, this is an unchangeable reality. The vulnerability of witnessing a loved one's struggle exposes a depth of emotion often hidden behind his public persona, underscoring that fame cannot shield anyone from life's harshest trials. Reflections on a lifetime. As Ron approaches 71 with a reported $200 million legacy, he reflects on a life spent telling stories while sometimes forgetting to live his own. Silence between projects has become a space for introspection, a time to reconcile professional accomplishments with personal sacrifices. The childhood lessons of saying yes and proving worth echo still, but with newfound clarity. He acknowledges the tension between public persona and private self, understanding that his gentleness and steadiness were both shield and mask. His story reveals the duality of Hollywood success, admiration from the world alongside quiet, enduring personal battles. Legacy beyond the spotlight. Ron Howard's journey is one of resilience, adaptation, and introspection. From the toddler on set in Oklahoma to a celebrated director with decades of achievement, he has navigated immense pressures with grace while carrying hidden struggles. The truth he now shares, painful memories, regrets, and family trials, offers a fuller portrait than fame alone can capture. His legacy encompasses both professional mastery and the human vulnerability behind it. In embracing these truths, Ron reminds us that even lives lived in public view are layered, complex, and marked by moments unseen, shaping who we truly are beyond the applause.